So apparently cows are blowing up now. Over at USA Today, which you know is a completely reliable source to get your news information, 18,000 cows killed in explosion fire at Texas dairy farm may be the largest cattle killing ever. Who knew you had to handle raw milk with care? I mean, maybe that's why the feds banned it. Maybe that's why raw milk is banned. It's just so dangerous it might explode. The fire spread quickly through the holding pens where thousands of dairy cows crowded together waiting to be milk trapped in the deadly confines. After subduing the fire at the West Texas dairy farm Monday evening, officials were stunned at the scale of livestock death left behind. 18,000 head of cattle perished in the fire at the South Fork Dairy Farm near Dimmitt, Texas, or nearly 3 times the number of cattle led to slaughter each day across the U.S. Now, this happened Monday. Just so you know, this article was recently published and updated today, published 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, April 12th. Okay, so a few days since Monday. It's mind-boggling, the mayor said, of the number of bovine deaths. I don't think it's ever happened before around here. It's a real tragedy. It was the biggest single incident death of cattle in the country since the Animal Welfare Institute, a Washington-based animal advocacy group, began tracking barn and farm fires in 2013. That's easily surpassed a previous high, a 2020 fire. Ooh, that's the previous high in 2020 at an upstate New York dairy farm that consumed around 400 cows. Cows are just dying left and right, obviously, or over the last couple of years. This is the deadliest fire involving cattle we know of, she said of the Texas incident. In the past, we have seen fires involving several hundred cows at a time, but nothing near this level of mortality. Well, somebody's upping their game. Pictures posted on social media by bystanders showed a large plume of black smoke lifting from a farm fire, as well as the charred cows that were saved from the structure. A malfunction in a piece of equipment at the South Fork Dairy Farm may have caused an explosion that led to the fire. What piece of equipment were they operating that leads to that level of an explosion that kills 18,000 head of cattle? Were they making bombs? Was this like a nuclear, bomb-making facility? People on social media are describing the mushroom cloud that went up. I'm assuming it was fertilizer because it's a farm and fertilizer is common, especially around large-scale farms. But I did a word search on this article. There is no mention of fertilizer in the article. And today is Wednesday. Okay, this happened Monday. This article was published tonight. I don't know when you're going to see this video, but this is Wednesday night tonight. Do they not yet know the malfunction of the piece of equipment? I mean, you might want to learn what that piece of equipment is, because other farms may have this exact piece of equipment, and it may just help them out to let them know what may have malfunctioned so they don't lose all their cattle too. Most of the perished animals, a mix of Holstein and Jersey cows, were in a large holding pen before being milked, she said. The 18,000 cows represented about 90% of the farm's total herd. With each cow valued at around $2,000, the company's losses in livestock could stretch into the tens of millions of dollars, Gelfer said. That doesn't include equipment and structure loss, nor the loss of the mysterious malfunctioning piece of equipment that we don't know about yet. Now, state and dairy officials are turning to the massive, messy task of cleaning up 18,000 charred cow carcasses. On its website, the Texas Commission of Environmental Quality lists several rules for on-site burial of carcasses, including burying the animal at least 50 feet from the nearest well, recording GPS coordinates of the site. Nowhere does it mention mass graves, however. The TCEQ and the AgriLife Extension Service are teaming up to assist in the cleanup effort, officials said. How do you dispose of 18,000 carcasses, he said. It's something you just don't run into very much. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking about big barbecue right about now. Beef steak. No, seriously, I don't know what's going on over there. It sounds like to me it would be a fertilizer explosion if I had to put money on something, because I know fertilizer is common around a lot of farms, especially big farm operations. But leave a comment below if you know what happened over there. I have no idea. The article's not saying. Why is it not saying? It doesn't want to talk about fertilizer on farms. We don't want to. I mean, I don't. Who knows why? You think they'd put that out there, but they're not. So leave a comment below if you know. However, today over in Indiana, they have a whole other set of explosions going on over there. Let's read the article. Over 2,000 Indiana residents ordered to evacuate after fire ignites at recycling plant. The local mayor called the incident a worst-case scenario. And yes, I saw the images online. The fire is huge. It's a big facility, and it's all plastic, and all that plastic is going up in flames and putting a ton of black, toxic smoke into the atmosphere. More than 2,000 residents are under an evacuation order after a large fire broke out at an Indiana recycling plant on Tuesday afternoon, officials said. Any resident within a half-mile Any resident within a half-mile radius of the plant in Richmond, Indiana, has been ordered to evaluate. Has been ordered to evaluate or evacuate. Am I reading that right? Has been ordered to You have been ordered to evaluate. Okay, what? Due to the large industrial fire, local officials said. Listen, if you can't laugh, you're just going to sit in the corner and rock back and forth. That's the world we're living in today. The evacuation zone impacts approximately 2,011 residents, according to a representative from Wayne County Emergency Management Office. Anyone downwind of the incident should shelter in place. Good grief. The smoke is definitely toxic. At least they're saying, telling the truth. Indiana State Fire Marshal Stephen Jones told reporters during a press briefing, "We don't want the residents in the smoke. As the wind changes, we may change the direction of the evacuations." Or maybe the evaluations. The fire was reported sometime after 2 p.m. local time Tuesday and has since been contained. The fire is expected to burn for several days, Jones said, several days? Good grief. Who also confirmed that they are conducting air monitoring. The plant located near the Indiana-Ohio border is owned in part by the city of Richmond and in part by a private citizen, according to Brown. He has been warned several times, the fire chief told reporters Tuesday. "We have an unsafe citation that was issued to him. We don't know exactly when that was, but we were aware of the situation and we're dealing with the situation." I bet that guy is pooping his pants. At a press conference on Wednesday, Richmond Mayor Dave Snow was adamant that the business owner would be held accountable. Brown said the property is about 14 acres and there is plastic everywhere. There are piles of plastic both inside and outside the buildings and semi-trailers filled with plastic. When asked how much is estimated to have burned, Brown said he estimates about 13 and a half acres of the property have been burned. During a telephone, that's like almost all of it. During a telephone interview with ABC News on Tuesday, Snow called the fire a worst-case scenario and voiced concern for the air quality in the city, which is home to more than 35,000 people. And there's pictures all over social media. You can find them on the news sites and everywhere else. It's a giant, absolute giant. I would not want to be these workers there right now. My thoughts and prayers go out to them because, good grief, what you have to put up with, the chemicals and stuff like that at a job site. Absolute insanity when it's all being burned up in smoke. At this large of a scale is definitely concerning. So if you haven't noticed, it's a lovely day in the neighborhood. What are we going to see next? It's like, you ever seen that meme that's out there and they're like, I wonder what part of the book of Revelation we're going to see today. Again, if you can't laugh, you're just going to sit in the corner and rock back and forth because that's just the world we're living in today. The world's just absolutely gone absolute crazy. Hey, garden tip today. You guys are planting your gardens, right? Hopefully you're getting your gardens planned and ready to go. You can pick up these little bathroom cups, really super cheap at most grocery stores and other department stores and things like that. And these make little great potters. They're really small cups and they make great for potting plants. Hopefully I'll show you. So what you do is you put your little soil in there and you put your little seedling start and you put that on your windowsill or buy some sunlight where you can get some sun and let that, and then bring them in during the night and then leave them out there during the day to get some sun and keep them watered. And so they make great little potting plants. And what you do is once you've got them where the plants got a little bit of size on them, you can just put them right in the ground. And by that time, the cardboard is kind of like, it's really flimsy and, easy to tear. You just tear off the cup and put it in the ground. Really fantastic if you're looking for easy, cheap potting plants, because I've seen some of the potting plants out there today and they are expensive. This is a great alternative. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Was it fertilizer for the cows over there? And man, what's going to happen next? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd appreciate that. And let me know what your garden tip might be. Do you have a favorite garden tip? Leave a comment below. Let me know what yours is. All right, guys. See you next time in the homestead. Bye.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dean Kane. and I am a big fan of American Homestead, as are you, or you wouldn't be seeing this right now. I'm in my backyard, my homestead, where I grow lots of fruit and vegetables. Look, both Zach and I are big fans of history, and we are watching the economic situation in our country just like you are. We absolutely love this country, and it's very difficult for us to watch it struggle financially. Now, did you know that the Constitution of the United States, in Article 1, Section 10, only allows for legal currency to be minted in gold and silver? I bet you didn't. I wasn't aware. But our founders, in their wisdom, they understood that this was the true way to build a solid financial foundation for this new nation. And they were right. They were dead right. These principles rocketed the industry and the economy that made the United States the powerhouse that we now enjoy. However, today, the US dollar, it's not backed up by anything of real value. And here we are. Now, our friends at Genesis Gold Group are helping people stuck in 401ks, IRAs, and anyone else who's watching their hard-earned wealth teeter on the edge of oblivion by moving their money out of risky paper-denominated assets and into physical precious metals like gold and silver. You can touch it. I'm doing it myself. So is my sister. Call Genesis Gold Group today and let them help you develop a plan to safeguard your assets. It's simple. You can call the number on the screen or visit them at genesisgoldgroup.com. And I will see you next time on the homestead with my dogs and all the fruit that I grow. Look at all this good stuff. You know, we got nectarines. More dogs coming down. If you get cut, we got some aloe vera for you. What I do need, though, is chickens. I need chickens because eggs are about the same price as gold right now. Anyway, see you on the homestead.